All right, guys, with that all down, let's move on to our next issue here, shall we? Paris, what do we got up next?
All right, well, as Hugh Jackman gets ready to retire as Wolverine again, chatter is heating up about who will take over the claws for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So this weekend, sportscasting.com, which has compiled the latest betting odds for Jackman's successor, says Taron Egerton tops the list with plus 200 odds. Hot on his heels is Venom's Tom Hardy, followed by Suicide Squad's Scott Eastwood. Henry Cavill and Jeremy Allen White are tied for 4th place, rounding out the top 5 contenders for MCU's Wolverine role. John, what do you think of Taron Egerton as a Hugh Jackman replacement?
Not my first choice, but it's one of those choices that I'd be totally good with. You know, after seeing, what was the name of the one he just did with Paul Walter Hauser? Was that Blackbird? The prison?
I believe so, yeah.
Prison series? That, by the way, Paul Walter Hauser won an Emmy Award for. First of all, it has shown, because he was also in that Tetris series, right?
Oh,
he
was
was
he? Okay.
so good in Tetris. And then I was late to the Blackbird one, but when I watch it, I was blown away by him. Like, he's more than just, what was his name in Kingsman? Eggsy?
Eggsy.
Right. He is more than just that dude. And, you know, he gets himself in really great physical shape. He's an exceptional actor. He's a little bit, I mean, Taron's not exactly a short guy, but he's a lot closer to the Wolverine comic height than, say, 6'3" Hugh Jackman is.
Let me just add that I never thought of Scott Eastwood, but I really like that for some reason.
Well, let's talk about that in a second.
I'm sorry, but it's just because that name had never popped up, and now that you said it, I'm like, yeah, why not?
Let's get to that in just a second. So Egerton comes in at the top thing. I always love it when the sports books start placing odds on movie world stuff. It's like my two universes colliding. It's a incursion, if you will, because, you know, I'm a big sports guy. But yeah, Sportscasting put out the odds. And here's what they got right now. They got Taron Egerton at plus 200. Now, for those of you who do not, good for you if you don't know the world of sports betting. But if you don't know the world of sports betting, plus 200 basically means if you bet $100, you will win $200. So they've got him at the best odds right now at a plus 200. Tom Hardy is at a plus 300. I don't know why my phone is ringing.
Mint Mobile, everybody.
Mint Mobile is at plus 300, which means if you bet $100 on him becoming it, you win $300. Next is Scott Eastwood at plus 500. My boy, Henry Cavill at plus 800. The Bears, Jeremy Allen White. I like this one. It's one I wouldn't have thought of, but when I saw him in Iron Claw, like that dude playing Wolverine, Emmy winner. Okay, Charlie Hunnam, again, from Sons of Anarchy, not one I really thought about, would be a great pick. Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey fame at plus 1,000. Then you get into some guys we've talked a lot about around here. Zac Efron, who is still kind of my first choice to play Wolverine, is all the way at plus 1,600. Daniel Radcliffe right now is put at plus 2,000. And Carl Urban at 33. I know there are a lot of people think Carl will be great, and I love Carl, but he is 52 years old already. Can he start? But if you feel like betting, you want to go down to Vegas, put down $100 on Carl Urban being Wolverine. If he does get cashed, you win $3,300. That's not bad. All right. So some of the names that stand out to me on this, Tom Hardy, great. But at 44, how old is Tom Hardy now? Can you double check that for me, Ray? I think he's in 43, 44, 45 range. Might be
He's 46.
He's 46.
Yeah. Wow.
Again, might be not too old to play Wolverine, but maybe a little too old to start playing Wolverine.
Yeah.
But he's right around that thing. Scott Eastwood is a really neat name. I'm with you, Ray. It's not a name that I would have thought about before, but as soon as they mentioned it, I went, well, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Scott would actually be really good.
Do we think does he carry the performance?
I think he could.
Okay.
I mean, he's definitely gotten better over years.
Does he have the charm? That's what I'm not sure.
I'll tell you what, you know where he gets his charm from? He's got his dad's looks. Like when it's so funny. There's a lot of father and sons in Hollywood. They look at it, wow, he looks just like his dad. But I mean, seriously, when you look at Scott Eastwood and then put up an old picture of his dad, who is arguably one of the most handsome men in the history of Hollywood, he's got it. Yeah, there they are. I mean, he's got his dad's looks. As I was looking at pictures of Scott with like a
Oh, here's a side by side of him younger, of his father younger. There you go.
Oh wow.
I mean, right? And
almost identical.
he's really developed the chops. So I like that. Again, not my first choice. I like that one. Obviously, I love Henry Cavill. Jeremy Allen White was another name that I did not think of until I saw it on the list. Now, you're a big Bear fan, but when we read off Jeremy Allen White, you instantly started shaking your head. You don't see him as Wolverine?
I don't see him, but then you're right. He was amazing in the Iron Claw, got into shape. He's that height. He's the perfect height, but I don't know. I'm so used to seeing giant Hugh Jackman now that I don't know if I want to see a smaller Jeremy Allen White.
That's the thing, though, right? Like, because we forget it's been almost 25 years that we, as the movie-going audience, have become accustomed to a 6'2", 6'3" Wolverine, right? And that was one of the biggest things people screamed about when they first hired this no-name song and dance Broadway guy to be Wolverine. It's like, he's totally the wrong height. He's like, Wolverine's supposed to be short, all true. But now it's hard to imagine somebody who's not a giant guy. So do they go with the shorter guy? And again, Zac Efron has always been my number one choice. I mean, he's clearly got the physicality for it. I think he is an exceptional actor. Daniel Radcliffe has become very popular. This kid has got jacked in the last number of years. Jonathan, I don't know if you can find an image, like see if you can find one of his images. But I remember I
got it saved here. Hey, hold on.
I first noticed it when I saw the Weird Al Yankovic movie that Daniel Radcliffe did, because there's a scene where he's pretending like he's Weird Al all drunk and he's got his shirt off, and it's like, when did Daniel Radcliffe start bodybuilding?
Well, this was actually from a different movie, but then I'll find the
Yeah,
other
that's
one.
a Reese. Yeah, that's a yeah. Harry Potter's like, come at me, Voldemort. Let's go. Like,
wow, I wasn't ready for this.
come on, tell me you don't see a little Wolverine in there.
Whoa, that's what she said.
I mean, listen, I don't know that there's any name on this list that I don't like. Like, again, not necessarily any of my number one choices. That's Zac Efron, but even Jamie Dornan, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
You know, I think even you did. Jeremy Allen White, Charlie Hunnam, Henry Cavill, Scott Eastwood. It's all pretty good, but right now the bookmakers are saying Taron Egerton is
He's our favorite, huh?
He's in the lead right now. We want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. You know, guys, it's one of the most unfortunate human tendencies that we have to try to compare our life to others. And social media plays a big part of that. Comparison is like the thief of joy, and it's easy to envy other people's lives because on the surface, it might look like they have it all together on their Instagram or YouTube, but in reality, they probably don't. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. Give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The sports books are saying Taron Egerton's in lead, but there's a bunch of other names there as well. What would you think about him? Even if he wasn't your first choice, would you be good with it if they announced it tomorrow that he was going to be the new Wolverine? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.